All right. So the first paragraph, I wrote it as an introduction, and the point of it is to give an overall summary of everything we're discussing. So it includes like, yeah. Anyways, if you guys want to read it and edit it, so I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to the next part and then talk about it, and then move on to the next part and then talk about it.
So we're just looking at that intro paragraph, right?
Just the intro.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
So what was the overall point of that paragraph to you guys?
It summarized basically our entire essay in order of what we talked about first.
All right, that was the point. So if it did that, that's great. The next thing was I took my paragraph and Landon's paragraph and I smushed it together into this next paragraph. So this is an option for us. And then if we like the next paragraph, we can delete the 2 paragraphs after that. So if you guys want to read those and tell me what you think. Also edit it as you go along, add comments or whatever.
I like it.
Let me know when Landon and Lucy finish up.
Yeah, I think that's fine if we. I like the first one.
Okay. Do you feel it runs the question? Lucy, did you finish or are you still working on it?
Well, I'm still reading, but I'm just doing grammar edits. I think it's fine. It sounds good.
The next question I had was if we wanted, so we can try and make it 2 paragraphs, or if you guys think it's fine, we can keep it as 1.
See,
What are your guys' thoughts? Whatever we do, I think we should either make this add a few more sentences because oftentimes me and Landon repeat each other. And some ideas.
You know, I think it's fine as 1 paragraph. What do you think, Lucy?
Yeah, I think it's fine as long as everything you're talking about is the same subject, which it is. So I think it's fine to keep it as 1.
Okay.
Yeah, we can make our paper a little shorter too, it looks like.
So you got 2 paragraphs? Okay. Section goes into Lucy's. So I'm going to go ahead and key. Was there just one? Landon?
Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit. What'd you say?
Dang it. Landon, the Terry Huang, was it just one guy doing the study?
Trying to remember. I don't think it was just one. I don't think it was just one person.
Okay. So we're gonna resolve that.
Several.
Okay. Among college, each physics is a learning poor habit. Learning habit of poor nutrition among college students that will play a big role in the future. Okay. Okay, so that's good. We've got 2 paragraphs done. Yay! Okay. All right, go on to the next one. Also, as you're reading, make sure it flows. If something comes up, you're like, oh, that was a bad transition or something, make sure you note it. So let's go on to paragraph 3.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, we can remove that. That's totally fine.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Could we add something at the start of that paragraph, like this suggests or something, so it connects to the previous data?
Where? Right here, well, poor nutrition or somewhere
No.
else?
Comment.
Oh, right in front of women.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And then we can get rid of the word tend because we already say suggests, which isn't conclusive.
Suggests.
Not tend, sorry, may.
May, yeah.
The next sentence, I don't understand how it connects to the overall message of the paragraph.
Should it be this suggests that women, or is it this suggests women?
I think either would be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says more evidence of this is seen in another study. So evidence seen in, so it's saying the idea that women tend to be seen by social or be influenced by social factors and men are influenced by cost. So this is additional evidence to that states that female students were less likely to be overweight but more likely to try to lose weight. Those ideas don't necessarily connect. So I think one of two things needs to happen. Either we need to, one thing needs to happen is we need to change the connection in between this new study and the last study.
Well, okay, yeah.
So
when I originally wrote this, I didn't say anything about men. So that's why it sounds like that now. What if I just took out this last part, while men tend to consider cost? What if I just took that out?
I kind of like that, though. I kind of like the contrast between them. What if you change the next thing to say another states that another gender difference found.
How about additional evidence is seen instead of more evidence of this?
Because even if you were to get rid of men tend to consider cost, you say more evidence suggesting that the evidence that women ate fast food because family and friends, or what was it? What was that?
No, I say this suggests that women tend to be more influenced by social pressures in their food choices. And then I was going to say more evidence of this is found in this next study because women.
Okay. Why is it that women? How can you connect the two? So, social pressures. How does that relate to less likely to be overweight?
Well, I think the point is not that they're less likely to be overweight, but that they're more likely to be trying to lose weight.
So there it is. Suggesting some sort of social pressure influence.
Yeah, but I can reword it.
That'll work. Maybe if we could flip it around.
More evidence of this social pressure on women, or do you want me to just do this more evidence part?
Although for me, it's kind of a cognitive leap to say that because female students were less likely to be overweight but more likely to try to lose weight, to say that is caused by social pressure or influence, I'm not sure is accurate. I think there might be plenty of reasons for why a woman would be less overweight but yet still strive to lose weight. So if we can demonstrate that uncertainty, I think we can get that too. Like which might suggest some sort of social pressure influence, or another possible.
Let's see. Possibly. What about possibly the result? of some sort of social pressure or influence. Why don't I just get rid of more evidence of this? I'll just get rid of that.
What about this? Yeah, another study found that female students were less likely to be overweight, but more likely to lose weight, which could suggest some sort of social pressure or influence. How about that?
Study. Yeah, so another study found that female students were less likely to be overweight, but more likely to be trying to lose weight.
And so another study found that female students were less likely to be overweight, were more likely to be trying to lose weight, which suggests some sort of social pressure or influence could be involved, or which could suggest some sort of social pressure or influence or something like that.
Okay, to avoid using the word suggests, what if I say possibly a result of?
How about it could be a result of?
What about that?
Another study found that female students were less likely to be overweight, but more likely to be trying to lose weight, possibly a result. Yep, I like it.
Okay.
Due to intrinsic differences between men and women, or differences in some other socioeconomic factor is not clear. Perfect. I like it.
Cool.
Although, do we want to say this or these? Are we referring to multiple differences or just one? Or what are we addressing there?
Well, again, it was what I had written before, so it might not match anymore. Let's see whether.
So if this is the topic sentence up here, while poor nutrition and diet is prevalent in both college men and women, research suggests certain gender-related trends.
Yeah, the trends. Okay, so whether these trends are.
Sure.
Okay.
Woo. These trends are due to intrinsic differences between men and women, or differences, or are due to intrinsic differences between men and women. Or can we get rid of differences in?
Whether these trends are due. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or two.
Perfect. Okay.
And then I'm going to switch this contraction and say is not.
Okay. Moving on to the next paragraph, guys. I really like that. I feel that paragraph was really well written.
Thanks.
I thought it flowed very well with the previous one.
Any other suggestions you guys feel is necessary for that paragraph?
Mm-mm.
Looks pretty good to me.
All right. So I feel like I read through this paragraph and this is what I came up with, guys. First off, we need something to. First off, there are two questions at the end of the paragraph. I think we should delete the second and take the first one and put it at the start of the paragraph. I think that would be a good lead in to the topic, and then continue with and change that. So I would say something like, do the students in healthcare fields eat healthier than those of other majors? In researching this topic, only one study was found that measured the different college majors and their nutritional intake. In this paragraph, I also feel like but what are
You're
you guys
cutting out, Curtis.
I don't. Basically, I think we need to delete the last question, take the second to last question, put at the start, include some of the study material. The study was never, there was no summary of the study within the paragraph, so we need to input that and then put a concluding sentence at the end. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think that's a great idea. I couldn't find the article again to add any content from it. I apologize for that.
It's all right.
Research. Wait, so what sentence did you want to add at the beginning?
The second to last question.
Okay, let's. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think we still need a transition, maybe, though.
Okay. So what was the last paragraph about? You're talking about
men and women. Food choices between men and women.
Yeah.
And you could even just say something like, when it comes to food choices among students in different majors, there's not much research. Like, that's all you need to say. Something like that.
Use the word bison. Udo.
Yeah, perfect. And then I think that, let's see. Then I think that question fits.
I don't even know if we need the question anymore because we already did that. We can if we want. Let's see what it looks like.
We don't. I think either way, I think it's okay.
So what if we put the question before the when it comes to differences in food choices among college majors?
Wait, what?
What would it look like if we put that question before the first sentence?
Let's take a look. If we did do that, we can get rid of in researching this topic and put only one study was found.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it looks good like that, but
okay. Do you feel it flows?
Yeah, I think it flows well like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Probably gonna change this to compared. Let's see.
One thing, I don't know if it's like a huge deal to you guys, but when it comes to differences in food choices among college majors, should we put students in different college majors? Or does it make sense to you guys like college majors?
When it comes to differences in food choices among college majors, I think it's fine, personally. Research is limited.
Yeah, it makes sense the way it is right now to me, but
I think we have to leave the majors in there because that's what we're talking about in this particular paragraph.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it made sense to you guys. Sometimes if I read something too many times, it sounds funny.
How's that?
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, where does the period go? Is this the right citation?
No, it always goes outside.
What?
It always goes on the outside.
Even though that's for the whole thing?
Yes. So it would only go on the inside if it was a direct quote and it was like blocked. So if this was like its own separate paragraph, the quote.
All right. And then from here on out, I had a hard time trying to figure out the flow of the last 3 paragraphs. But then I like the ending. So we're talking about anonymous shrew is typing.
I think that's me.
I find that humorous. Who am I anonymous? No, anonymous grizzly.
I think we all are, except for you.
Quagga. What is a quagga?
Okay.
Ooh, I think that had a yellowish brown coat with darker stripes. Exterminated in 1883. Well, that's sad. All right.
This one right here where you're talking about stress and peer pressure again, did we already address that up farther?
That's
Or was that, well, kind of that with Lucy's paragraph with the females?
So I wrote one of those. I wrote the one that says when analyzing the effect of stress on college students' dietary choices.
Okay.
So after reading this paragraph, what's your guys' thoughts?
I think that it just sounds kind of choppy because we have a lot of information on this topic, but hardly any on the previous paragraph. So, like, what if we flipped them?
So the majors one?
Yeah.
So if we move the majors one down. Okay. So let's take that and cut it. Okay. And say, where should we move it to?
I think move to the bottom for now.
Yeah.
So I really like that paragraph. Okay. So now we go from, we're talking about male and female college students, talking about their food choices. Then we jump to when analyzing the effect of students' dietary choices. One study found that 60% of college students when stressed.
We've got a lot of it suggests words in there. We need to find maybe another word or something in there. Maybe it states or something.
Well, I think it flows pretty well between these three.
Perfect. Any other comments?
So right here, when you, let's see, when it says in this study, students also revealed.
Where?
Is this the same study? This is paragraph,
Can you highlight them?
like the second to last one before the conclusion. Right here.
Oh yeah. So I've just barely finished editing all the way up until how does body image and peer pressure relate to nutrition and eating habits.
Oh,
So everything before that is good.
yeah, I think so. I mean,
Okay.
what do you guys think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
So I think it's really good in this paragraph. The one thing that I might do is get rid of the methods.
Yeah, that's fine.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's fine too.
Sure.
I don't think it adds much to the paragraph.
Yeah, I just put it there just in case we needed to have it, but I wasn't sure.
Let's see. So if I were to drastically edit this paragraph, I would go and say something like this. How does body image and peer pressure relate to nutrition and eating habits? In a research article by Tom Delians, European study was conducted to explore influencing factors such as stress, food preferences, and beliefs. Something in particular that was focused on was social and peer pressure. And then I would go into that.
Yeah, either way.
So I'll do it, and then you guys tell me what you think. So to explore, then we cut that out. So look and see what it was like then, and look at it now. What do you guys think?
I think it's good. The change is good.
I think it's fine.
Landon, this is your baby. Does it still retain what you were trying to say?
Yeah. The only thing I'm looking at is a research article by Tom Dalians. A European study was conducted to explore influencing factors such as stress, food preferences, and beliefs. if we put a period there and then just started a new sentence, something in particular that was focused on was social and peer pressure.
Oh yeah. It's a good edit.
Yeah, everything else looks good to me in that paragraph.
The other thing that I might want to cut is this right here is also describing a method. What do you guys think about deleting?
We spoke about. I think it's fine, but
Okay.
yeah, whatever.
Okay. Keep it then. They will think others will think the same. Themselves attractive. Consequently, they think others will. Can we change think to reason? And this can influence. I think there shouldn't be an on right there.
Or we could say, consequently, they believe others will think the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same, and this can influence one's eating behavior. This demonstrates that body image and fear of what others might think. There's a lot of might and mays. How can we trim that up? This demonstrates that body image and fear of what others. What if we said something like this? This demonstrates that body image and fear of what others may think or might think has a direct influence on eating behaviors.
Demonstrates the body image. Sure.
What if we change? What if we add an adjective to personal eating habits right there, like that?
Looks good.
I like it better.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sweet. We're getting close, guys. All right.
I guess we can take at the very beginning of this paragraph, we can take out in this study, since it's talking about the same study, and we could just say students also revealed.
Okay. So take this guy, delete it, and then say also reported. Should we include something like in the same study?
Sure.
I wonder if we need to include some kind of summary statement at the start and then describe what the study said. So something like, what was the main point of this part? Peer pressure and social support can have an impact on college students' nutrition. So living with a significant other made them more aware of what they were eating. So have something like, in the same study, there was evidence to suggest that living conditions influenced a person. Student, and then period. Students reported that living with a significant other made them more aware of their eating as opposed to living alone and paying less attention to their nutrition. Just something to give a little more framework to the paragraph. What do you guys think of that?
Sure. I think, yeah.
What was your suggestion again?
I'll put it in there, and then you tell me whether or not you think it's good or not.
Okay.
In the same study, they found that
So instead of saying in the same study they found that solitary versus group living condition impacted, we could just say in the same study they found that living situations could influence nutritional choices or choices on personal nutrition. Just to kind of confine it a little bit, clean it up.
like that.
They found that living situations impacted. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I like that better. It's more concise.
I really like it.
Oh, that's good to me.
Okay. So now we just need to figure out how to transition into the last idea of majors before we go into the conclusion paragraphs.
Okay, so with this European study.
I'll be right back.
The computer's gonna die. Hold on.
I'm liking where you're going with that one.
You like that okay?
It's good. My only concern is that, but it's a small concern, is that it's not really the topic of it. But I think it's a good transition sentence.
That's what I was going for, is trying to, we can transition it and then hit it.
We could say something like, after analyzing the effects of peer pressure and stress on nutrition, another question is to decide whether majors have an effect, or something like that.
Okay, I like that.
I think
So that's just an idea.
you could say along with peer pressure and stress, do majors have an effect?
I like it.
Something like that, along with peer pressure and stress, does a student's major influence their nutrition choices?
Yeah.
And then jump to, when it comes to differences in food choices among college majors, research was limited. So jump to there.
Yeah.
Along with peer pressure and stress, does a student's major influence their nutrition choices? When it comes to differences in food choices among college majors, let's see, we can change that a little bit. When exploring this idea, research was limited.
Yeah.
I like that.
When exploring this topic, research was limited. Something like that.
Yes.
While one study suggested that food and nutrition majors were more likely to weigh themselves per week, change their lifestyle is calculated for choice and having interest in information on nutrition and health. There are limitations to its application. The study was conducted in Korea and may now translate to domestic students. Further research needed to verify and comment on these things within the US. What do you guys think?
Along with peer pressure. Yeah, I like it.
I think that's good.
Yes. Yep.
Just 2 more paragraphs, guys. So if I'm to understand the purpose of this last paragraph, this was written by Lucy, right?
Yes.
And it was to kind of summarize all the points we've made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But mostly to kind of explain where we're headed.
What if we oriented the reader a little bit at the start of the paragraph by saying something like, moving into the future, there are multiple topics of interest that need to be explored, period. Then move into, while the research is quick to show, blah, blah, blah. Or I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
kind of make it sound like a conclusion.
Because the problem I ran into when starting the paragraph and reading it is that I thought it was another topic.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow we have to transition the reader into thinking, okay, now we're coming to a conclusion.
Yeah. Okay.
The first sentence and the second sentence seem to me almost be saying the same thing, just different words. Can we maybe combine those two a little bit?
Yeah. So the first one's talking about stress levels, and the second one's talking about poor diet. But I see what you mean. I kind of thought the same thing when I read it.
Yeah, I think there's a way that we can somehow combine them or something. What do you think?
Let's see. Little is said about the stress. What if I say, here, I'll just do it and then you can read it.
Okay.
Little is said.
We are all quite the academics, guys.
Okay. Debbie, tell me what you think of that.
Let's take out the second college.
College. Oh, right here.
Yeah, just because we already said college up above.
Moving into future.
Not much research has been done. What's the purpose of the last sentence?
Oh, yeah. That was, so I changed this part, but I didn't change this part. So let's see. Let's see.
I also feel like the introductory sentence I wrote could use some revision if you guys can help me out with that.
I just think if we can find like a new, like maybe a different word for research, just because we say research twice in the same sentence.
By all means, go in there and knock it out.
Moving into the future. Okay.
Research. And investigation. study, exploration, examination, and inquiry. Any of those help?
I think investigation would work, and finding new avenues of investigation.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too, because it means something a little bit different than research.
Find some gaps.
Also, we probably shouldn't say we find. We could say there are opportunities.
Or we could even say there are existing gaps. I guess that makes sense. There are opportunities in the gaps of existing research.
I like it.
Yeah, looks good to me. So I changed the last sentence. So you guys can tell me what you think now.
I'm gonna edit this one word down here.
Oh, thanks.
More research is needed to assess the stress levels of college students in different majors, as well as that stress levels' effect on their diet. Something's wrong about the ending of that sentence. More research is needed to assess the stress levels of college students in different majors, as well as that stress levels affect them. As well as its effect on diet?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good there.
More research is needed to assess the stress levels of college students in different majors, as well as its effect on diet.
Instead of research, where it says more research is needed,
Effect.
we could put like more exploration.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Kind of trying to prevent from saying research too many times in the same paragraph.
Yeah.
Additional research also. Yeah, we use research a lot. What if up here where it says, although there is much evidence and research, if we just get rid of and research?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Although there is much evidence stating that social groups influence college students' diet, not much research. A lot of research. Research.
Let's take that one out and just say not much has been done.
Well,
We already know we're talking about research.
it just changes the meaning a bit, because if you say not much has been done, oh, to identify, that'll work.
Yeah, you got to identify, so you don't need research.
Much has been done to identify. Perfect. More explanation is needed to assess this additional
Additional studies.
additional inquiries.
There you go.
I'm just making stuff up. He's spelling inquiries. Someone get in there and help me.
Isn't it IN?
Inquiries.
Yeah.
Something like that. There's inquiries.
So, and then it would be also need. I'm going to say as a means.
Additional
I like
inquiries.
that.
Looks good.
And then this last paragraph was just like justifying our study at BYU Idaho.
What if we changed it a little bit to say something like BYU Idaho provides a unique research population to explore these questions or to explore these gaps, or
Right?
so it connects a little bit back into the previous paragraph.
It's hard to take paragraphs from 5 different people and throw them together and make them sound like one person. We all have our own way of talking, and I talk hillbilly or redneck.
I don't even know. I don't think you do, Debbie. Like,
Yeah,
I've heard some redneck people. You don't sound like that.
It can get better.
BYU Idaho provides a unique research population for exploring these issues. These gaps. BYU Idaho provides a unique research.
Do we need to say research population, or can we just say population?
How about unexplored?
I think population.
Remember, a unique population for exploring.
Exploring these.
Like these gaps in existing studies. Something like that. Or just these gaps or these issues.
I think these issues is fine. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
And then we go into explaining why, which is good. As a private religious institution enforces an honor code among all students. Research results from BYU Idaho may differ greatly from results required from the public. What if we said something? If we added research results from BYU Idaho may differ greatly, and add insight to results from public universities?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of right here? We're in the first sentence. For exploring these, put important issues.
Yeah.
Gives a little bit of oomph. What do you think?
I like it. As a private religious institution that enforces an honor code among all students, research results from BYU Idaho may differ greatly and add insight to results acquired from public universities. In order to better serve this university's population and expand current knowledge.
You can say studies need to be conducted.
Yeah, I was almost going to say, like, in order to better serve this university's population and expand current knowledge, additional studies need to be conducted on BYU Idaho campus. Something like that.
That's good.
I like it.
Cool. Yeah, I do too. I think.
All right, guys. I know it's a lot to ask of you, but just to make sure that everything is good, do one more quick read through, and then we'll turn this sucker in.
How many pages are we at?
We're good. So we are at 6 out of 6, but our 6 pages, but the last page is references. So we're fine because we're only half a page on the 5 for our actual essay. That kills the purpose of that sentence. Whoever just deleted that.
How about over here instead?
Nope.
No.
Hey, Lucy.
Yeah.
In the second paragraph, it says, to finalize the current trends in college diets, another study showed that among freshman and sophomore students, should there be a comma after that?
So that, yeah.
Right here where it says another notable difference, we need to find a different word for another. We've got another right up here.
Where are you looking at?
Right here where it's another notable difference between male and female college students. Is there another word we can put in there instead of another?
Make a comment of it, and then as I'm reading through, we'll take a look at it.
So where you put in that comma, are you sure we need a comma there just because it says among freshmen and sophomore students, and then we have a comma there?
Oh.
Showed that among freshmen. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we need two commas.
Yeah, I think I added the one after students, but I just didn't read far enough. So it could, like, I think it could go either after that or after students, but not both places.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, good catch.
Otherwise, the current trends on college diets and other studies show that. Yeah.
So we need to make sure that we don't put up paragraphs.
I did not do that on purpose. I tried to make a comment and it did something weird, so I'm not making any more comments. I don't know what I did.
nutrition.
Significantly greater proportion. So where it says in one study conducted at Midwestern University, a significantly greater proportion of men than women, what if we took out than woman? Because we talk about uh, women later on in the sentence was where it says, while a larger percentage of women stated.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's good.
Hey, how'd you do that? That was cool. All right. In one study. Never mind. Yeah, that'll work.
Cool.
I like that. Well, right here, where it says possibly a result of some sort of social pressure, do we need, what if we just do a possibly a result of social pressure or influence and take out some sort?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, well, somebody else do it. I don't want to delete the whole thing. I'm doing things weird over here. I don't know what's going on. Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're good. Why is there a giant space right there?
Are we turning this in through Google Docs?
No. Well, I don't think so. I was just gonna put it into a Word document and then
Okay.
upload.
Just so you know, the formatting is totally different between Google Docs and Word, so it might be all messed up anyway when you copy it over.
Yeah. No, I'm planning on making sure the 12-point font and the margins and everything is good.
Okay.
So do we need to meet again? Oh, sorry, never mind. We'll get to that in a minute.
Where are you guys at?
Oh, well, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm just looking at this first sentence that you were looking at too. A notable difference between male and female college students. Just trying to found in the research. Just trying to decide if that sounds weird or not.
Yeah. So I was looking at it too, and there's some about it, but I think it works.
What if you just took out found in the research?
Yeah, we don't really need found in the research there.
Let's do it.
And I think was should be in there too.
Okay. What do you think about the word choice another? Do you see any problems with that? I remember reading through it and it seemed to flow. It didn't bug me when I read, but it was just me.
Another notable difference. I mean, I don't see any problem with it, but
So, Debbie, where was the other another you're referring to? Was it back here where it said another study found?
It was another notable difference between male and female college students. I just see a lot of anothers in there.
So where was the other another to?
It was right in the paragraph right above it.
where it says
Another study found that female students were less likely. Do you think
So
that's okay? What do you think?
If
I
you
could
were,
probably a second.
Oh, a second study. That's a good one.
or an additional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want to put it there or down here?
No,
Okay.
I think I like another to start that paragraph.
Okay.
What do you guys think about deleting college?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. You good now?
I see that other another that you were talking about. It's below it. However, in another study.
You want me to put in an additional study here?
Yeah.
That'll
That'd
work.
be good.
I feel that was a very strong and cool conclusion on that paragraph.
Cool.
So in this paragraph, when it said the one that starts with when analyzing, I just noticed that we have study, the word study in there like a ton. When analyzing the effect of stress on college students' dietary choices. One study found that. In the same study, they found that.
Should we say in the same article?
Yeah.
I need another word for study, guys. Another.
Yeah, article.
Already used article.
Another. Other research. Suggested that.
I remember I changed it to concluded because it was suggested.
Oh, did
What
you?
if you put another, hang on, I had it. Another conclusion is that.
No, because we need to reference it to another study.
Okay.
It's not an assumption we're making. It's something that was reported by some author.
Another report.
Another conclusion reported.
Another report. Another report. Anonymous Shrew is just going at it. Up and down, up and down, up and down. What if I could just got rid of the word however in the paragraph that starts with another key finding?
Yeah.
What if we change the last sentence in there from future research could to future research should? Like that. Right here. Could to should.
And oh yeah. Future research should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we changed, so in this sentence right here, what if we changed it to say, participants reported that when students do not find themselves attractive, they believe others will think the same and get rid of consequently.
Yes.
Yeah, we could do that.
And then what if we went period and then say this can influence one's eating behavior? Although, Landon, when it says this can influence one's eating behavior, was that a conclusion that was directly stated in the study, or is that your own conclusion?
I'm trying to remember. I think if I would have put the source right after it, that it would have been direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's direct.
And do we need that comment in between attractive and they? Participants reported that when students not find themselves attractive, they believe others will think the same.
I think so.
I think we do because of this when here.
Yeah.
Makes it dependent.
Okay. The other thing I was thinking about changing with this guy is they believe others will think this will, or I just want to get rid of can. Or
change it to influences.
And this, no, change it to the something like they believe others will think the same, and that this will influence or may influence one's eating behavior. I just don't like the word can.
Change it to may.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd work.
How about adding the word that?
Yeah.
Okay. Why does it look that way? Okay, somebody needs to learn how to use a tab instead of putting a whole bunch of spaces before a paragraph. Why is it doing that? Okay.
Right here.
Hey, Lennon, what if we switched where? Oh, I think you're doing something with it.
Oh, that's me. Is it right here?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say when it says from research gathered in this study, I would just say from this research.
Oh, just kidding. I wasn't looking at that one. I was looking at this sentence before.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that, Lucy. What are you talking about?
just saying from research instead of gathered in this study.
Yeah, I
Say-
like that. What were you talking about though, Curtis?
Okay.
There.
Of what they were eating as opposed to. Yeah, that works.
Wait, what? Hold on. Students reported that living with a sitting friend made them more aware of what they were eating while living alone and paying less attention. That
That
sentence
doesn't
doesn't
really make sense.
as opposed, it makes sense if you keep it the same, I think. Students reported that living with a significant other made them more aware of what they were eating as opposed to living alone and paying less attention to their nutrition. I almost feel like when you say students reported that living with a significant other made them more aware of what they were eating, while those who lived alone reported paying less attention to their nutrition.
Yeah, that's better.
What do you guys think about instead of available right down here, put availability? This one kind of throws me a little bit. What do you think right here?
Okay.
Let's see.
What do you think?
With this, what are you suggesting to change it to?
Availability.
With this being a European study and there being a scarce amount of information regarding social support and peer pressure affecting college students, nutrition availability.
And then ending it, the sentence, and start it again with this, it may be beneficial.
This being a European study and there being a scarce.
What if we just took it out? We could just take out that word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Landon, what do you think? This is your baby.
With this being a European study and there being scarce. Yeah, either way, it doesn't really make a difference to me.
My vote is to just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. And then make it may be beneficial to conduct a new sentence.
It's one idea.
Okay.
If you did that, then the sentence wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
Maybe beneficial. Yeah. All right, along with peer pressure and stress.
Because that whole chunk in the middle is just like a qualifier for the idea. Thinking in the next paragraph we may start at different, like for example, expanding into other realms beyond peer pressure and stress. Does a student's major influence their nutrition choices? Because I don't think the idea we want to express is, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think whatever you want to do is fine. I think it's fine.
This is what I was thinking about writing.
Yeah,
That works.
I think.
Do you like it better, worse, or the same?
I think it's just a transition. So at least when I read it, I don't really pay much attention to that first phrase. So.
Do we need to put college major here? I mean, I know we're talking about college students, but is it clear to you guys that we are talking about that major and not major influences? You like meaning
No,
influence? Does
I
it
don't
make
think
sense?
there. Does a student's major influence? Maybe. Does a student's
I was actually thinking the same thing.
a student's degree or area of study?
Major in study or something.
Yeah, something like that.
What about academic major?
Yeah.
So, I like that.
So since we're saying academic major there, should we change this college major to academic major?
I think it's fine. I don't know.
I think right here in this, the top of this page right here where it says, where we've got, while the research is quick to show relationship between stress and poor diet, little is said about the differing level of stress between college majors, and almost nothing was said about the prevalence of poor diet. Do we need that between the differing majors right there? I mean, we already know we're talking about the differing majors. Do we need it there as well?
Research is quick to show a relationship between stress and a poor diet. What is this said about the differing levels of stress? What if we changed it to this? While the research is quick to show a relationship between stress and a poor diet, little is said about the differing levels of stress and poor diets between college majors, and just get rid of the second, and almost nothing was said about the prevalence of a poor diet. While the research is quick to show a relationship between stress and a poor diet, little is said about the differing levels of stress and the prevalence of a poor diet between college majors.
Yeah, that's much more succinct. I like that.
And what if we take this college out right here and just put students? The one in the second sentence, although there is much evidence that social groups influence students' diets.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not understanding, Lucy, the purpose of the third paragraph sentence, the one that starts, although there is much evidence stating. I'm just wondering, how is it different from previous sentences? Maybe my brain is fried.
Oh yeah, so I was just transitioning from the previous thought into how social groups can alleviate stress.
Gotcha.
But I don't think I need that big of a transition. So let's see. That.
Is there a difference between social groups and support?
So social, no. I mean, not
Could
really.
we get rid of and support?
Should I leave social group or social support?
I don't care.
What I do?
So the last two sentences I feel are a little bit redundant. What if we just said more explanation is needed to assess these and other contributing factors on the college nutrition?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think the tab problem, I think that happens when you copy it from Word into Google Docs.
Yeah, it's bugging the crap out of me.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Google Docs is really annoying.
First world problems, huh?
Seriously.
Additionally, not much has been done to identify how social support can alleviate stress and its subsequent effects on diet. Okay, so the three things that we need to mention in the moving into the future are stress levels and how they affect diet, social support and how they affect diet, and majors and how they affect diet. Have we addressed that?
I think so.
So first one, why the researchers quickly show a relationship between stress and a poor diet. Little is said about the levels of stress and the prevalence of poor diets between college majors. So we mentioned that. Additionally, not much has been done to identify how social support can alleviate. I think it's good. Any other insights from you guys?
Oh, I think it's good.
not for me.
BYU provides a unique obligation for exploring these important issues. A private religious institution that enforces honor code among all students. Research results from BYU Idaho may differ greatly and add insight to results acquired from public universities. In order to better serve this university's population and expand current knowledge, additional studies need to be conducted on BYU Idaho campus. Brilliant.
And those questions are due tonight as well, right? Is that all that's due tonight? Okay.
Yeah.
It's really confusing to me when you've got so many different due dates for so many different things. It's confusing.
So is there anything due this week that we have to do like on our own?
Yeah, you got to do the observational study on your own.
And that's due this weekend?
I think so. Hope you didn't have any fun plans.
never have fun plans.
Do any of you guys ski? Target
Not-
is not snow.
Not recently, anyways.
Targi is what?
They've gotten lots of snow.
Oh, that sucks.
If anybody golfs, they're supposed to be opening up the golf course in Idaho Falls tomorrow.
It's crazy.
I don't golf. It just came up on my phone.
Let's see.
I like to pretend I golf.
I don't golf.
I get really bad school stuff.
I dig holes. That's all I do. I live by the golf course in Rexburg, and I get lots of golf balls in my yard in the spring. My kids have been hit when they were little.
Oh my gosh. That's dangerous.
It is. It really kind of is. But
I
you
shouldn't.
just know that in the spring you got to be careful, and as the summer goes on, everybody gets better, so you don't get as many golf balls.
Scary.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the application discussion board observational study is due on the 14th. So Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Oh, is it discussion board? Is that what we turn in?
It says application discussion board.
I think the first post is due earlier, isn't it?
Possibly. I'm just looking at the announcements, upcoming assignments thing.
Okay, I'm gonna turn in, guys.
Go for it.
Cool.
Does anybody remember what group number we were?
I want to say 5, but I really don't know.
I
don't
don't remember.
Let's hope so. Literature review.
So our other group member didn't even do anything with this assignment, did he?
No, he didn't. But he let our professors aware of that.
Okay.
Which sucks, but this is what it is.
Well, sometimes things happen.
Yes, they do.
I'm sure he'd much rather be here than doing what he's doing. Yes, we are group 5.
Oh, good. Okay. So I'm submitting it now. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I think we should read over it one more time.
No!
No way.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
We're totally kidding.
Should we? Probably. But my brain would explode.
No,
Yeah.
we're good. It's
No,
totally big.
Okay, it's been successfully submitted.
Awesome. Thank you.
Confirmation email was sent.
Sweet.
Okay, let's quickly get the questions done. So let's read through the feedback.
Am I looking at this right when we do not have a quiz due to this week on the reading?
I didn't see any.
Oh, thank heavens. That's going to save my bacon tonight.
Okay, guys, let's focus on the first question and figure out how we want to reword it.
Okay, I like her idea of looking at nutrition awareness, because that covers, I think that covers all of our questions.
What is she saying instead of major?
Like, instead of asking a specific research question about the major, like nutrition and what major are you, like asking a more general question about nutritional awareness and then asking what major they are as a sub question. That's what I think.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay, how did you guys get back to the questions?
You go to your Google Drive and open up the one that says Lesson 4 Application Assignment.
Well, that would be a good way to do it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, Lucy, if we were to rewrite that question, what would you do?
Two majors. I think the closest way to reword that question to the original question is like, to what extent does the student's major influence their nutrition decisions? Kind of like the one she has down here. That's actually exactly what she has.
So I feel like those questions down there are describing the subcategory questions within the question of nutrition awareness instead of major. So if she's looking at nutrition awareness, would it be like, what is the average, or what is
like more general, like
so the question be like, what is the average student's awareness of nutrition, or something like that?
Okay.
Or what is, yeah. What do you guys think?
Are we supposed to come up with just one question or revise all three of these?
So each of the bullet points she gives us is a different part. So none of our questions were good. So
okay.
Each bullet point corresponds to that question that we need to revise.
So we need to revise all of them.
Yep.
And turn them all back in. Okay. So, what about, like, to what extent do I don't know, academic factors influence college nutrition choices.
Yeah, we can just take hers.
All right, so we got the first one, right?
So I think we should do I think we could do like the last one. To what extent does a college major impact a student's awareness of proper nutrition and nutrition decisions? That is basically our question, but said in a way that she likes, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, that works. For the second question, I like her first suggestion.
So I agree with Landon. I think the first question is good on there. Lucy, I muted you. I'm sorry.
Didn't know you could do that.
I tried to unmute it, but it won't let me now. So that's up to you. I think you can unmute yourself.
Did I?
There you go.
Okay. I'm glad
What
you
were
did that. Sorry about
What were
that.
you saying?
No, I just said I
No.
like the first question too.
Okay.
So we got 2 out of 3, right?
Yep.
DBS. I kind of like this second one. What impact do BYUI students believe?
I almost feel like they're one and the same. I feel like we can collect both if we wanted to. Does that make sense? It's like, do you believe there is a correlation? And what is that correlation? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I believe that could exist for both the second and third question.
Okay, so which question do we use? Does it matter?
I think we should use the second one on both because I feel it encompasses the main ideas.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we got it. And then the fourth one we just delete.
Yeah. Cool.
You guys good with that?
Yep.
Good.
And we are done.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Perfect.
And we may or may not have to meet on Monday. So we'll send out, I'll try and look ahead a little bit and message you guys through the text message.
Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Have a
we'll
great
see ya.
weekend. See ya.
Yep.